Today is August 9th, and as usual, I'll take a look at the new items on Halo Infinite Store and determining whether or not they're worth your money. So how's it going, Magpies? I'm Magpie Leon, and let's jump straight in. First of all, we need to cover this week's Ultimate Award. You will unlock the Knife Dancer Visor. Now, this has come at the perfect time as cross-core visors will be launching with today's drop pod update. This visor is really nice, being made up of a sort of cyan and purple colour. I really like the way this one looks, and it's one of my favourites in the game right now. I'll definitely be grinding for this one. I definitely think this has been one of the better Ultimate Awards. Yes, there is visors similar, but I do think this is unique enough to sort of warrant that grind. I think this is a pretty solid visor overall. It's come at the perfect time with the cross-core visors. I definitely think this one's worth going for. Anyway, this week's shop is a slight improvement over last week's as there's only one repeat. The new items aren't exactly the best, but there is definitely some cool stuff here to talk about. We'll talk about the repeat first, and that is the Wheat Cedar Bundle. This bundle costs 200 credits and gives you 5 different vehicle coatings. You of course get the Wheat Cedar vehicle coating for the Warthog, the Razorback, the Rocket Hog, the Mongoose, and the Gungoose. This coating is by no means the best, but I think for 200 credits for 5 vehicle coatings, this is actually a solid bundle and one of the best vehicle ones we've seen. We had some other vehicle ones released recently that were basically the same price, but only gave you like 2 vehicle coatings or only gave you 3. So I think this one is much better in terms of value, and the coating does stand out enough. It's not necessarily the best, but I could understand the appeal here. And honestly, if you're after growing your vehicle library, maybe you just have some credits lying around, then I'd recommend picking this one up. Next up, we have the UA Forest shoulder pads, and these cost 200 credits, and I mean, I don't think they're the best. These aren't shoulder pads I'd use, but for only 200 credits for some shoulder pads, again, a pretty solid deal. You're getting some unique armor here that most players probably won't get, so I think this is a solid bundle. Next up, we have the Tactical Resurrection Visor for the Rakshasa core, but of course, as of today, you'll be able to use it for every core. This is a silver visor and costs 300 credits. Now, I don't believe it should be 300 credits. I think 200 is fine enough, but I think 300 is a little bit higher than it should be. It's quite annoying because there isn't really many other silver visors. One of the only other ones was the Grayskull visor, and that has not been re-released in ages. There's also the Reach one that's supposed to be with Cat's armor kit, but you can't use that on your own spawn, so the fact that the only silver visor that we can get right now costs 300 credits I think is a little bit unfair. This should be 200. I don't see any reason for visors to cost more than that. It's a pretty solid visor, I just don't think 300 is a fair enough price. Now, the big bundle this week has been one of the most anticipated bundles this season, and that is the Champion Bundle. In this, you get 12 items. You get the Halcyon Days Legendary Armor Coating. It's this gold armor coating with neon green details. You get it for every single armor core. It is a pretty nice coating. It definitely really stands out. However, I do feel like you're going to be painting a big target on your back if you're wearing this one. You also get the Oddball Champion stance. Funnily enough, the preview image for this stance is a completely different stance than the one that you actually get. You also get the Renfu shoulder pads, and I think these are a little bit better than the ones you can buy on their own, but they're still not ones that I think I'd use. They're decent enough, and it's cool that you get some actual armor in this rather than just coatings. But last but not least, actually, yeah, definitely least, you get the Fastball emblem. You of course get this as a nameplate and an emblem for your vehicle's weapons and armor. It's fine, but we've had a couple of other ones similar to this. This bundle costs 1,200 credits, and I really don't think it's worth that much. I think 600 would be fine, but 1.2k is just not fair. You do of course get the coating for every core, but when you consider cross-core coatings will be out eventually, that doesn't seem like a fair reason to price it this high. It's funny that the description says show them what you've earned, but you're not earning this, you're just paying for it. This is like the type of coating that I believe should be like awarded to ranked players or something like that, not one that I think should be brought in a bundle. I don't know if I'm going to pick this one up. I do like the coatings, but I might skip out on this one. I just don't think this is fair for what you're getting here. I know damn well a lot of people will buy it, and that's completely fine, but I just don't think that this is a fair price. Anyway, that sums up everything I've got to talk about the shop this week. This week has been fine in terms of content. There's been a lot more to offer, but a lot of them, we're not getting proper bundles at the minute. We're just getting individual items, which is a little underwhelming. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new here. I really do appreciate it, and it really helps the channel out. Cheers for watching, folks, and I'll catch you all in the next one.